Okay, today is January 31st, 2022, and right now at 10 p.m. we have a temperature of 48 degrees here in the foothills of Los Angeles. The relative humidity is 48%. We have a dew point of 29 degrees, and the barometer is down at 29.83 inches. All right, so today we had very overcast conditions, and it should have been raining all day here in Southern California. Let's look here at the long wave IR map, and we can see this tropical moisture field streaming right into California, Central and Southern California. Now, the Doppler map currently measures zero precipitation, shows zero precipitation here in California. This is the situation all day, by the way. No rain anywhere. Well, we see just a tiny amount here. This may not even be measurable. The jets are upspraying the chemtrail aerosols all day long. We could see up through the clouds and see the streaks everywhere. Currently, we see some green precipitation indicated here near 29 Palms, out there near the Marine Corps base. But that's it. And all day long, we've been keeping an eye on the Doppler map, and there's no rain, no precipitation. Okay, so that's the story there. Now, let's go back to the map, and we will show you some other things as well. Notice, let's go to the water vapor map here for the continental U.S. Now, this is the system that came through California. This moved through California a couple of days ago. We showed the video. This produced zero rain in California. All right. Notice this is completely surrounded by a satellite transmitter. You can see this donut-shaped figure here. We've got condensation right in the center where this vortex is. This satellite transmitter is following this vortex right over Texas right now. And if we take a look once again at the Doppler map, we'll see that there's quite a bit of weather occurring right over Houston and Beaumont and offshore. Thunderstorms, all kinds of weather happening right in Texas. Texas is very flat in this area, by the way. And out here in California, where that low pressure just moved through a couple of days ago, we've got 10,000 foot mountains east and west, running east and west right here. And this didn't produce, that system didn't produce any rain whatsoever. I showed that in the last video. All the precipitation amounts all up and down California were all zeros. So the weather controllers prevented the rain here in California. And as this system moved through Arizona, we saw rain. That was also shown in the last video. And now look at it over here over Texas. It's producing plenty of weather, thunderstorms, and plenty of rain. And if we look at the, let's look at the pressure maps here. This is the 500 millibar map. And we see that there's a closed low right over Texas at the 500 millibar level, and also at the 300 millibar level. We see that right there. But yet there was no rain allowed in California. Now looking at the 1000 millibar map, there's not a closed low, but that's exactly what we saw here over California. We had the closed low at 500 and 300 millibar, but not at the sea level. And so the same conditions here are present right over the flatlands of Texas, and they're getting rain. We don't. We're right near the ocean. We're right on the Pacific Ocean. All this weather is moving in. Once again, look at the maps here right now. We've got, plenty of tropical moisture moving in right there, and zero precipitation. Look at that. Moving right into California, and we've got nothing happening whatsoever in terms of precipitation. Now, I don't know how many people are actually watching these videos, but if you could write a letter or an email to these boobs that do the weather in Los Angeles, let them know to take a look at these satellite images, and ask them if they have any comment why we're not having any rain while all this moisture is moving in. How can that be? How can that be? Well, we know how it works. The jets are up spraying the skies. They cap the atmosphere, and that's how it works. And then, of course, we have the ground-based WSR 88Ds, which prevent any precipitation at the ground level, 0 to 18,000 feet. And so we see here, this vortex has moved all the way from the Pacific Ocean all the way across down into Texas. And what's interesting is if we look at this on the water vapor map, we can really see the outline here of that transmitter following this vortex. Normally something like this would have plenty of condensation being drawn in to that vortex. We see all this moisture here, all that condensation trying to make its way into that vortex. We'll have to see what happens. Now there is an dangerous ice storms forecasted for the middle of the country, right through the central part of the country in the next few days. I don't think that this vortex here is going to be involved with that. However, that could change. We've got the tropical moisture down here, which is all being blockaded by this activity here. This will never be shown. This will never be shown on the nightly news. They will not show this. This is proof positive of what's actually the kind of manipulation that disproves and turns the global warming narrative on its ear, on its upside down, you know. And that's what we're seeing here is weather manipulation. Once they pull the transmitter off of this, this will really develop very, very quickly. And this is how these so-called bomb cyclones are generated. They keep the lid on these and then they pull the power off and you see the pressure drop, you know, 30, 35 millibars in you know, 24 hours or less. Okay. And by the way, this was exactly the feature that I was describing the other night before this storm moved up the east coast, the previous storm, the nor'easter, they were calling it. One of these type of situations, this was a low pressure was being followed just like this coming out of Wisconsin and Minnesota area and down, and it merged with that tropical airflow, and they pulled the transmitter off, and it just immediately started generating a lot of weather and wind. And we can see that violent activity right here off of the coast of Texas. You people down in Texas, post a comment if you're watching this video, and let us know about the winds that are occurring over your state right now. We can see that transmitter is right on top of that vortex. And as we watch the progression, we can see the right angle. We see, you know, straight edge imprints and so forth on that vortex right there where the pen is. So let us know what the conditions are wind-wise and you know, any rain in your area. We see, once again, the Doppler map shows that there is some heavy thunder showers over the just southwest of Houston, Bay City area, it looks like. Okay. Next we have the this is the surface analysis map for the East Pacific. We have high pressure depicted here, blocking everything, and we've got high pressure over California. We've got it looks like a low indicated right here over the inland portion of California. All right. Next we have the swell report, and we see that right offshore of California we've got 12-foot seas, so that will bring some pretty big waves to those northern California beaches, and 5 to 6 foot swells down here off of Southern California and Mexico. All right, so that's the report. We'll keep an eye on this system right here. It could be that this one right here will be the one that will bring the wild weather for the rest of the country here in a couple of days. There is no rain scheduled for California for the next 10 days. It should be raining right now. All day long it should have been raining in California with this tropical flow pattern. Look at here, we've got a low pressure system. That's why the barometer is dropping. We're at 29.83. And it's winding all this moisture from the tropics right into California. Look at that. Zero rain on the Doppler map for California. So the people running the country right now, they're going to rub our noses in this carbon dioxide narrative come hell or high water. So get ready for it. But it's all bullshit. None of it's true. That's why they don't show these satellite maps on TV. People would start figuring out that what they've been told on television, you know, about carbon dioxide and all the rest of it is just horse shit, and that's what it is. So here you go. Okay, that's it for now.